Hi, chat. We have visitors. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing really well. So, the Storm, thank you so much for the 21-month resub. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. From what planet are they? He himself said drops of Jupiter, so I guess Jupiter. He's also singing with great passion. Also, Sage, your sound alert is ready. I don't know if you saw the ticket, but if you want to give it a whirl, if you want to try it. Is he a gas giant himself? Not as much as Toot, but yes. Also, let me see who got the first crew. Thomas, Donut, Maggie, Felipe, and Liker. Congratulations for snatching one of the first 5. You didn't hear it. Wait, my alerts are muted. Why? I just unmuted them. Why are they muted? Oh, I know. I pressed the wrong button earlier during co-working ending. Is it playing? It was playing, yeah. But now it should work. You cannot pin announcements, but it's already pinned, Lena. Esther pinned it. But you are the second person today to not see the pinned message because Esther had it this morning when I pinned it myself. Oh, sorry, Sage. It's your entire username without underscores to get the command. I started using people's entire username because otherwise if another Sage joins, I won't remember whose alert is whose. Now you can see it. Okay, good. But yeah, you can't pin announcements. So you have to copy paste the text and then pin it. It's really annoying. Sage, feel free to try it again without remixing. Because I feel like yours got lost in the sauce a little bit. I heard it, but it was a little hidden. Nobody remix, okay? No. Wait. Why did it not? Okay. Hello? Bot? Are we going to work or? Did I heard it earlier, I think. Oh. I made a typo. We're going to pretend. No. This is on me. Today I was prepared for the second stream. Let's go. Let's go. Considering it's morning for you, how did you sleep? I hope you had good sleeps. I hope that you feel well rested. Okay, now you can try it again. I made a typo, so it's my fault that it didn't work. I fixed it though. See, this is why we test things. Because I mess up sometimes and we just need a little bit of testing. There we go. There we go. Let's go. It's a good pick. I like your sound alert. Incredible. I know, right? I know, Esther, same. My blinds have been closed all day and I don't think I want to look outside. The weather is so shit. And it's going to be shit for another 5-6 days, something like that, before it gets a little bit better. But I said to Scott yesterday, I'd much rather have all the rain now. Because in 3 weeks, I'm going to be at a festival. So if all the rain falls in the coming 2 weeks, then usually that means after that is going to clear up. Because I don't want rain in the week before the festival or during the festival. during the festival for obvious reasons, because I don't want to be standing in the rain at a concert. Although I have done that once. I have stood in the pouring rain at Tame Impala. And to be fair, it was kind of legendary because he had a massive laser show. And the rain like broke up the lasers and it turned into like a glittery, colorful sky. It was actually really magical. But I was also soaked and really cold. So like I would rather not do that again. Usually Rockwerchter actually has really warm weather. So that's like in my brain, that's what Rockwerchter is supposed to be like, really warm. But also the week beforehand, I do not want any rain because I don't want the campground to be muddy. Like it needs to be dry. Rain show, yeah, it was really cool. Like honestly, it was very special to see that. The festival is in Belgium, yes, but to be fair, for the past 5 times I've been to Rockwerchter, it's been scalding hot and no rain. So usually the first weekend of July is remarkably good. But yeah, so I'm just sort of manifesting a lot of rain in the coming 2 weeks, and then it has to stop for like at least another 1.5. But yeah. Predictions are saying good things for Rockwerchter. Nice. That's good to know. Also, Hopeful Weirdo is also from Belgium. We actually have quite some Belgians at this point. I like it. Yeah, don't jinx it. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. You finally got the points for this? For what, Diesel? No, you're making me curious. Also, welcome into everyone who joined. I've decided that I'm potentially gonna stop doing all the individual welcome ins because I noticed that it was getting a lot every single time. Absolutely. No, I did not jinx it. What do you mean? Also, enjoy Zumba. Enjoy. And I hear Rain, good luck with going through the rain to Zumba class, but I hope you have a great time. But yeah, I'm just gonna do general hellos. Never mind, I miscounted. We'll keep collecting. I'm so curious what you're collecting for now. You have made me incredibly curious. I like it when people are like hinting at something. Just need a welcome in button on your stream deck. Welcome in. Like something like that playing. That'd be cute. That could be fun. Sorry, I just love this song. I just realized this song is from I've actually used this song in like YouTube videos as well. I opened Discord already. What do you mean? You were like ready. Lena was like, whatever you redeem, I am sad. Nah, Drago, that's really sweet. What the heck? Thank you. A ray of sunshine with a cough. Although, okay, I know it might not sound like it to you guys because I'm still coughing, but I do feel like it's slowly getting better a little bit. I don't know. Like, I feel like I still cough. I did take my meds, yes. This morning, actually. Don't jinx everything. Okay, I won't say anything anymore. I can't talk about anything safely on stream without jinxing stuff. To be fair, Jess, I feel like I could still do it. But at the same time, I also feel like I don't want to do it anymore. It's like one of those things where I'm like, I like the idea, but I was getting tired of it. Oh my God, Lena, not you just saying good girl to me. Hello? Whew. I don't know if I can handle that on a Monday evening. Also, Starship, thank you so much for the 185 stream streak. That's wild. Diesel, thank you so much for the 40 stream streak. Also wild. Claire, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. I appreciate that. Did you know that Twitch is going to experiment with 2 stream streaks now? I saw that on Twitter the other day, and I was so confused. Also a little surprised. Also, Terrible Sound, thank you so much for the 55 stream streak. That's also very long. What experiment? they're going to try to do 2 stream streaks. So instead of getting your first streak at 3, you would get your first streak at 2. Yeah. I already saw it on stream. Yeah, I think they're rolling it out like gradually. With like different streamers to test it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's nice. At the same time, I don't really see the added value all that much. As in, instead of being able to share it at 3 streams, then you'll be able to share it at 2 streams. More channel points. I guess maybe people would obviously, every single time they share a streak, they get more channel points. So people with 2 streams streak would already be able to share it and get a bonus. So I guess that would be nice. Like if you share it, you get 450 channel points. So I guess for people that never reach the 3 stream streak, purely because, like, you know, time zones in life, it's actually very valid to not be able to reach it. They can already reach it with 2 streams then, I guess. Don't need to share it to get the bonus. Yeah, but I mean, like, you need to reach a streak that is shareable to get the bonus, right? So, like, you don't have to share it, but right now, if you have a 2 stream streak, like a 2 out of 3, you don't get a bonus. Whereas then you would get a bonus at 2 out of 2. Like, it needs to be one of the shareable milestones, even if you don't share it. That's what I meant. But obviously I can see how the way I phrased it, it sounded like you have to share it to get the points. But also Emma, thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. And she watches Twitch. Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. It is pretty hard to always come by every stream. That is super fair. Like, and also I never expect that of anyone, just so that you guys know. Obviously it's really cool to see really long streaks, but just know that even if you don't have a streak at all, like, you're still very welcome and still very valued. And I appreciate the fact that you decide to spend your time here. I think sometimes the streaks can make people feel like they're not showing up enough, or like they have to show up or something like that. It is a fun feature, but I also feel like it can sometimes be a little like pressure or something to people. And I would never want that to feel like that for anyone here. Because again, like, any time that you decide to spend here is really appreciated. And even like for some people it is a choice, right? Like they'll watch the stream occasionally, but also watch other streamers and spend time elsewhere, which would be a very valid choice. Everyone gets to pick whatever they want to do with their own time. But also next to that, there's just like the simple logistics of time zones. Like, for a lot of people, I also stream at times where they just literally cannot make it. That's the only worry that I have with the Wednesday morning streams, and why I kind of like push them off for a little bit is because initially I was like, what if I do Wednesday morning streams? There's going to be people on US time zones that will literally never be able to make it to those streams. And a big portion of my audience is US based. I was excited for streaks, and then I lost the streak, and then it pressured me, so I stopped collecting them, which is super fair. Like, I've just decided not to care about streaks anywhere, because the moment I start to care about it, I'm like, I will feel bad for not reaching them anymore. And I don't want to feel that pressure. Also, hi, Elia, welcome in. It's good to see you. I would feel bad if I lost a streak at any channel I like watching a lot, but on your channel, for example, being here is just as natural as getting up. Nah, I'm so happy you feel that way, Chris. The fact that you just like that is genuinely one of the biggest compliments you could ever give any creator, is like the fact that I get to be part of your daily routine, and the fact that so many of you decide to spend your time here so consistently is like, that's just like, I cannot even comprehend that. That is one of the biggest compliments ever. Thank you so much for the freaking 15-month resub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, please enjoy all of your subby perks. I get to about 3 and then I lose it again. Yeah, that is very fair. I have the same. Also, Izzy, it's really good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Olympia, thank you so much for the 15-month resub. That is such a long time. Hold on. I wanted to read a message earlier. Wait, I see the reply. I'm just going to open it like this. The biggest problem with streaks is you only get a notification after the first time you lose it and then never again. Wait, really? That's actually kind of bad. And yeah, the Twitch notification system is really bugged. That's why so many streamers like have a Discord that they promote so actively. Obviously, I can understand that Discord overwhelm is a thing. Like, this is not a thing to like pressure you to join the Discord, but I think that's why a lot of streamers are so vocal about the fact that they have a Discord server, because our own notifications are more reliable. Yes, you can accept it, Lena. Yes. I hadn't accepted that one because I was waiting for Sage to test it, but we just tested it, so we can absolutely accept it. But it's like one of those things where, I wanted to say something. And now I totally lost my train of thought. What did I want to say again? It's one of those things where, oh yeah, with the notifications. It's like, I really wish the Twitch notification system was good enough for it, but it just isn't. So that's also why I have all notifications in my Discord fully customizable. So like if you do join the Discord server, you can set up whether you want notifications for the schedule, whether you want individual notifications for streams, whether you want notifications for YouTube, for example. And that way I'm hoping that like, even if you do decide to join the Discord, you can, for example, say, I only want to see the schedule notifications, so that every single week when I post my schedule, you'll get a little ping. And then outside of that, you don't get bothered. Or some people are like, I don't want to see that necessarily need a schedule notification. I'll find it when I need it. But I do want to get like pinged about like streams and stuff. So it's like one of those things where, I don't know, I always try to help and improve it, but I really wish that Twitch's system itself was just good enough. You're usually co-working when I wake up for work and do gaming around my lunchtime during my shift. And even if I don't get a notification, I always double check. That's really cute. Thank you so much. It does help that in general, I'm relatively consistent with my schedule. Obviously, there's times where it gets a little bit all over the place or messy, particularly like around events or when I'm traveling. But I would say that I'm not like a streamer that goes live on a whim. I very much stick to my schedule, which I think is also one of the reasons why I've been able to grow my platform to do something like as a living. Because I've never really been independent or like dependent on random growth. Like I've just seen it steadily grow because I'm always live at the same times. Which, and I like, that's something that I always tell people is like, Twitch is just not great at notifying people. So it's best to just have a very, very, very regular schedule, because then people will start to expect you. Have notifications and streams ping me. No, that's super fair, Mimbim. That is super fair. 1 a.m. and I always miss gaming streams. Yeah, I know, Porp. That sucks. Well, from this week onwards, there will be occasional Wednesday morning streams, which should fit a little bit better into your time frame than if it's now 1 a.m. Those will be from like 10 a.m. in the morning until 1 to 2 p.m. So very much like similar to my co-working hours. But yeah. I don't have the role for Twitch on Discord, but my notifications are turned on, so I still see it pop up in the Planty Discord. I just don't want the one on my Discord. No, that's super fair. That's super fair. The rule, I tell everyone, the quicker you join the stream, the quicker it'll roll over to the next number, regardless of the platform you're watching on. Wait, what? You're moving to Spain in October. Wait, that's really cool. That is awesome. That's a cool space to live. I love that for you. I love that for you. I would love to live in Spain if only my Spanish was good enough. But the climate is much more agreeable with me on that side of the world. I mean, that side. I mean, that part of the world, because I'm already kind of on that side of the world. But the weather in Spain, specifically the south of Spain or like middle of Spain, I guess as well, fits my life much better than the climate in the Netherlands. Only today I forgot it for a minute because I was playing in Your Own Forever World. Okay, that's a good reason to forget. I'm new to your community, but honestly, your consistency is a major factor for me because I don't have to keep track or guess. Aw, I'm so happy to hear that. Like, genuinely, because I value it so much, but it's really good to have that, like, feedback from people saying, yes, that is actually valuable. So I'm really happy to hear that. So thank you for saying it. I appreciate it. You, this may sound super odd, but you look like someone who speaks good Spanish to me. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's very much not true, but I have taken a couple of Spanish classes. But that's a long time ago. I was very dedicated to learning Spanish at one point. I did like my homework every week and I was like fully invested in going to Spanish classes, but this was before COVID. So we could go to class. And then COVID hit and like our second semester was fully online. And we had one of those teachers that she was really sweet, but she was not made for teaching online. She was like a typical boomer who didn't understand how to use Zoom. So our classes weren't as good anymore. So after the second semester, I just dropped out. And also because we weren't really going out. Like my plan was to learn Spanish or like at least the basis of it. And then I had 2 trips planned that year to Spanish speaking countries. So I was like, that's going to be super nice. And then I'll be able to like practice it. And then obviously those trips got canceled. And then I started streaming and content creation. And I just didn't have the time to take like such active language courses anymore. What all languages do you know? So I speak, I would say fluently Dutch and English. Those are my 2 main languages. Although English wasn't fluent for a long time. I basically got more and more fluent as I started creating content. Before creating content, my English was like fine enough, but I think it has absolutely improved over the past couple of years. And I know a little bit of French, a little bit of German, and a little bit of Spanish. For most languages, I would say that probably like basic text, you know, like if I'm traveling in France or in Germany or in a Spanish speaking country, I quite easily can like read signs or like understand a menu or, you know, like have really basic conversation. But that's about it. I had German in high school for 2 years, but German has the most similarity to Dutch. So I can lean on that similarity specifically for reading. I would say as soon as it comes to speaking or listening, I get really lost in the sauce. I just can't do it. For French and Spanish, it really depends on the accent of the person and how fast they speak. But most like basic things, like if I was in France and I was at a supermarket, I wouldn't need a translation app. Like I would be fine to just understand what was on the signs and like, you know, to like converse with the cashier and stuff like that. But that's all because I learned it in high school. I'd had 5 years of French in high school. And then, like I said, for Spanish, I basically did 2 years by myself on Duolingo, which is Spanish, but also very useless because they teach you sentences that make absolutely 0 sense that you're never going to use. It's like the cat is not an apple and doesn't like to swim. And you're like, when am I going to say this in real life? Never, but okay. And then I did like basically 1.5 years of Spanish classes. If I would talk German to you, very slow and basic things, I would probably understand it. I would not be able to talk back German. Like I haven't spoken German for such a long time because like I said, I dropped out of like German classes after my 3rd year of high school, which would have been when I was like 15. So at that point, there's like half my life ago. But I think if you spoke slowly and indeed like basic stuff, I would be able to understand you. Yeah. But I think with German, I'm mostly leaning on the similarity to Dutch rather than actually knowing a lot of German. But yeah. We're still gonna try that. Sure. Yes. Oh my God, we should. And then Scott will be there who actually speaks German a lot better than I do. Like he can read a German book if he wants to. I could not do that, I think. I can't really understand Dutch, but if I read like a road sign or something, I can usually understand what it says. I'm German. Yeah, exactly. I think I have the same with German, as in I don't really understand the language, but like the similarity is big enough that you can, based on context clues and stuff, you can get quite far. Exactly, Chris. Yeah. It's like the similarities are like big enough, I would say. I was never in my life so excited to speak German. I love that. Fluent, which is basic conversations, and business fluent, as in professional level. Yeah. So you're fluent in Chinese and business fluent in German and English. Exactly. So I am, but then like before being fluent in basic conversation, because I'm also not fluent in basic conversation in either Spanish, French, or German, I have like a practical knowledge of the languages. Like, for example, counting, like, is one of those things that it's just really useful if you understand numbers in different languages. I probably wouldn't be able to count. I think in Spanish I can still get there a little bit, but German and French is a bit too long ago. But when someone else says a number, I will be able to understand what it means. Especially French, because French people count really weird. I remember having to study French numbers, and I was like, French, what the fuck? It's truly one of the weirdest things, especially considering that when, like, my very early understanding of French was from when I was a kid and I was in Belgium, and I was on the Belgian coast, and they do actually, specifically for counting, have a different word for certain numbers. Like, Belgian French is simplified when it comes to counting. Also, not everyone consistently uses the simplified version. But yeah. 90 being 80 plus 10, exactly. Although, I think that might be the simplified version. I'm not entirely sure. Hold on. Yeah, because the actual French one is 4 times 20 plus 10. Exactly. 90, which is like, why? Why would you say 90 as 4 times 20 plus 10? Also, they don't say the times and plus. They literally just say 4, 20, 10. And then you have to understand how to do the calculation. But I do know that I believe 90 is different. 90. So much easier. In Belgian French, they say 90. Which is what I learned when I was a kid. So when I went to high school and they were like, no, actually 90 is 90, I was like, what are you talking about? Why? So yeah. I prefer the Belgian French. Because generally speaking, it is a lot easier. It's a very decent, that's how I learned. Dina knows. Because as a kid, we would always vacation on the Belgian coast. And one of the traditions on the Belgian coast is that kids with their parents or grandparents make like paper flowers. And then they open up little paper flower shops on the beach. And then people can buy them. And you have to pay with like a certain shell. And in certain years, they would change the currency. So, but most of the years it was a couteau, which is like a elongated shell with like sort of like a knife edge. And then you would put them in your shop, and then kids would come by, and then they could like purchase your flowers, and then with your money you could go buy other flowers. And it was like a whole trade going on for the entire summer. And I would always participate in this. My grandma would make the flowers and we would have a little flower shop. But as a kid on the Belgian coast, you're going to run into children speaking Flemish, which I could understand, or French, which I couldn't understand. Most of that was Belgian French, so Waals, which my grandma then helped me translate. So as a kid, I actually learned how to count in Flemish or Belgian French. Which then got really confusing when I went to high school, and it turned out that in actual French, it's different. Yeah, the big ones were like 150 to 200 shells. Sometimes people made really beautiful flowers and they'd be so expensive. Validly so, because probably like hours of work went into those. I can count as far as I like infinity in German. Actually, That's impressive because I don't think I can count to infinity in Dutch even. I very often realize that specifically really large numbers I struggle with in Dutch. Like when we're talking about like billions, trillions, stuff like that, I'm like, I don't know how to say that properly in Dutch because you rarely need it. Also, I just realized the ad break is over, which means that we can play Minecraft. Not that the ad break needs to allow me to play Minecraft, but you guys understand what I mean, right? I always start up the game during the ads, and I just realized that the ad break already ran. And I really want to do some building because, I don't know, I'm just excited. It's like storage rooms is just very satisfying to build. Yes, I agree, Thomas. I would be so down for that because then maybe I finally can remember it. But you got cuddly cheetahs and baby donkeys. That is a really good situation for your algorithm. I really want to name a pet in Minecraft, but I'm saving points. Yes. Also, I think you're the first one to even mention or notice that channel point redemption. Probably people have noticed it, but no one has said that they noticed it. But there's a channel point redemption where you can actually name one of my Minecraft pets. Then we would have to get name tags though, because I currently don't own any, but but yeah, if you want, you can name a pet. I made it a little bit expensive for the simple reason that I don't have an endless amount of pets. But okay, my Minecraft world is loading. Gonna have to make sure that you guys can see it here as well. Hello, there we go. Game capture. Hi, Timbo. Hello, hello. I just started playing Stillgrove Valley a couple of days ago and having a blast with the mod pack. Let's go. I'm so happy to hear that. Can you craft name tags? I don't know if I'm on the version where you can craft name tags yet. I think that might have been 26.1. Also, my roll is loading, so the game is a little laggy right now. Hold on. I'm gonna see. I would name 2 of them, and I think you... Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah, no, I'm not on the version. What texture pack? I use Mizuno Craft. Mizuno 21, I believe. If you do exclamation point mod pack, you get a full overview of everything I use. Including a download link. Why did I struggle so much to get out in the right place? Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I've done so far. Because I have actually worked a little bit more on the storage room. But we still have a lot to do. So, don't worry. You can opt for the life of the... Account named Move to Space. Okay. I can do that. I do have the TwitchCon cape, yes. I haven't redeemed it yet, but it's on my desk. Hold on. I should probably trade very soon. I think I have a villager that has name tags unlocked, right? Yes. It's 20. My goodness. That's okay, though. Is there a character limit for the name? You would have to look up the character limit for Minecraft name tags. I don't know that from the top of my head. Do you have it? Yeah, I think Thomas has a new Instagram account. But yeah, I do have the Minecraft cape. I also still to this day get requests from people in my DMs if I want to give it to them. Which I think is really funny. Okay. Hold on. Got it? Let's name a cow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It is nice to have you today. Amber stream, and she told us someone who just asked for her cape. Oh, yeah, same. I have a lot of people who don't follow me who ask me. And that person name dropped you. Wait, what do you mean? They name dropped me. Give what to who? The Minecraft cape that you could only get at TwitchCon. It's like an exclusive cape code, and you couldn't get it anywhere outside of TwitchCon. So like everyone is trying to get it. Okay. I feel like you want to be a mushroom. Are you serious? Oh my god. Hopeful Waiter. They're literally selling for like $400 or $500. People are making insane money off of these capes. More, yeah, for more even. Like genuinely wild amounts. They were like, do you know rosannatxt? And then asked for the cape. What the fuck? That's really weird. For pixels, yeah. People really, really, really want the cape. Okay, so for anyone who hasn't seen it, this is the base of our storage room that we've done. As you can see, it is a little bland. We are very much still working on it. As you can see, it hasn't got a roof. So we probably should fix that. But I did some work on the inside. What cape? The one you could get at TwitchCon. It's a cape for Minecraft. But I did some work on the inside. I moved my stuff out of the middle of the room. And I actually added in stairs. So this is going to be the modules where all of the chests are going to be. The plan is to have double chests like here and here. I am realizing that that is not going to work. I'm going to have to think about exactly how I do that. I might want to do double chest on one side and then single chests on the other side. Because obviously I can't do double chests that go that way and then double chests that go that way. Haven't fully figured out how I want to lay it out with the chest exactly. But I think downstairs is going to be bulk storage. So this is just going to be like, we can hang a little sign that says dirt. And then we can hang a little sign that says stones. And then one that says, I don't know, whatever, wools or something. Quite similar. Yeah, so the thing is, I did use an inspiration photo from a tutorial for an automated build. Like an automated storage room. I'm just not going to automate it. So I think you used the tutorial that I used as my inspo photo. I just used it for the exterior, like 2 photos. But yeah, we desperately need a ceiling because the range is getting inside is not that great. We also just need to add windows and everything, so we still have quite a lot to do, but at least we now have a way up that is not scaffolding. And we have a little bit of a layout downstairs, which I actually think looks pretty cool. And then if you go behind here, we have stairs that go into the basement. So I did that off stream. Simply because I wanted to do some mining and crafting, and I figured this is not the most interesting process anyways, just like adding in the ceilings and stuff and, you know, adding in the beams and trying to figure out the layout and stuff. I also initially had the stairs like in the middle of the room, and that didn't really work out, so I redid it like 3 times, and yeah, that was basically it. I also managed to fix all of my tools because most of my tools were getting really broken down. But I think I want to start today with making a roof, and I actually don't think I have the materials for the roof. So I'm going to have to go get those. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But now I'm going to have to figure out what color I want to do the roof. And in all fairness, I'm a little tempted. There's 2 options. We can go for the same color palette as the roof here. That would obviously make it blend in. That would like make these 2 buildings match in a way. We could go for like mangrove and then the dark cobble, or I could do a combination of the deep slate. Did I just call that dark cobble? That was really weird. We can do deep slate and tough, for example. I I'm not sure if I want to go for another red roof. I probably need a little bit of thought from you guys. What do you think it would look good if we match it, or do you think it would look good if we just keep it a little bit more simple with just the dark cobble and the tuff? I think I would make the edges dark cobble anyways. Dark cobble? Keep saying it now. Deep slate. But then the question is, am I going to do the roofing out of tuff, or am I going to do the roofing out of mangrove wood? I don't know. I don't know what would look better. Of cobbler now. Red looks good. I just don't know if I want to do it the same. Because that would take a little bit away from the uniqueness of this particular building. Although it would match the basement of this building. That's true. It is dark cobble. That is true. We just don't have orange wood. So I fear orange is not an option. No, the rain isn't really helping. I think I'll go for tough. The combination of tough and not dark cobble row. I almost said it again. Because I think the variation might be nice. But yeah. Okay, acacia is orange, but it's like the most ugly shade of orange in my life. I really genuinely have a hate relate, not even love-hate, just a hate relationship with acacia. We're gonna, where is my cobble deep slate? Okay, we do have enough of this. That is a good start. Let me take a whole bunch. And then I do already have a whole bunch of crafted deep slate blocks, actually. Let me just take those first. Okay, that should be enough. And then where is my tuff? Okay, I do actually have quite a lot of tuff, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to do the whole roof. Because we're going to do a big roof. This is probably going to require quite a lot of blocks. Hi, Hollow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I'm also thinking... sorry. I want to do a little bit of a barn-style roof. Let's go, Pirate! Let's go, let's go. Thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the palm tree roll. Let's freaking go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a lot of points. I appreciate that. Also, oh my god, I have to tell you guys something what I did the other day. I just remembered because I saw my ugly mob farm in the background. You know what happened? I went into my bubble elevator and then I tried to eat something while I had torches in my offhand. So like what happened is I was holding this in my offhand. Faye, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Pirate. That's really, really kind. And also, you're welcome. It is good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pirate, please enter all of your subby perks for a whole month. Okay, so I was eating. Oh, yes, I did name Thomas's cow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I was in my bubble vader, and I was eating, and I accidentally placed a torch. Because, like, when you're eating, you're holding your right mouse button. As soon as you're done eating and you're going up, I basically just placed 2 torches. You know what happens when you place torches while you're in a bubble elevator? You break your bubble elevator. I was about 70 blocks into my 220 block tall elevator. I was literally about to drown in my own bubble elevator. It was so dumb. So then I decided to cheat a little bit and I just teleported. But that's insane, Jess, that this literally happened to you 5 days ago. I think it happened to me 5 days ago. I think it happened to me on Thursday. That's 5 days ago now. But yeah, I teleported. I was like, I'm not dying in my own bubble vader. And then I jumped down, I grabbed kelp, and I basically replanted it, fixed my bubble vader, and then it was fine. But imagine I would have actually drowned in my own bubble vader. That would have been so silly. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start with deep slate. And to do a barn roof, hold on. I think I'll do full blocks everywhere, just kind of similar to this one. Although this one is obviously a lot wider, so I think we're gonna... Yeah, I think this should be fine. I don't think I need slabs. That was the one thing that I wanted to check. Yes, you should get back into Minecraft. Absolutely. Hold on. I need my... I just realized I forgot my scaffolding in my chest. So let's start with the outline of the roof, which is going to be deep slate. I am tempted to go to sleep. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Because I don't like building in the dark, and especially not when it's raining. So I just don't have to. I'm currently also working on my 100-day series for YouTube, and there it's like you want to savor every minute that you can play. So like you're not going to sleep because it's raining. But this is my forever world. I can sleep whenever I want. I don't actually have to stay awake if I don't want to. Okay, so we're going to start here. And a barn roof does go up quite fast in the beginning. I might go like this. Like we can do a bit of a tall roof because then we could technically even add an attic onto this build. If I wanted to. Oh, love feather falling. I don't know if I'm actually going to like the sort of extra elevation I just added, but I want to experiment with it a little bit. And then from here on out, I just go like this. Also, hi, Kathy. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for the 5-stream streak. Okay, I think one more. Oh, shit. I just realized. No, I should... Because it's a barn roof, I actually should be going... I think actually maybe earlier already. I think I went up too far. Well... Did I? Yes, I did. I think I want to go straight one earlier than this. But that's still not bad. I am not mad about that at all. That's actually a pretty good roof line. I remember when I was learning how to build in Minecraft, I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to roof. It was like magic to me. I genuinely didn't understand how people did it. Who would ever do such a thing? Couldn't be me. I'm a pro, right? Never. No. You've absolutely never done that. I trust you've never done that, Thomas. I don't know who would get that idea. I didn't record it, no, because I don't record this world. That was one thing that I said to myself the moment. So I started this forever world outside of stream, right? I initially didn't play this particular world on stream or for content. And then when I decided to start streaming it, I made one promise to myself. And that was the fact that I wanted to have the feeling like I could play at any point in time, even if I wasn't streaming or creating content. Like I didn't want to feel any pressure because this is also my downtime world. This is also what I play in when I want to just play Minecraft offline. And for the past few weeks, I did start to notice that I was starting to feel like I could only play this world when I was streaming. And I feel like last time that I played, it actually was kind of like almost in a way taking that back and be like, no, you can play whenever you want. You don't have to wait to be live or anything. But it's really nice that I'm not recording it or that I have to worry about content in any way. Somehow, I'm now building a round build in my forever world. I'm like, oh yeah, good luck with that one. No, forever doesn't mean hardcore. Forever just basically means that it's a world where I don't have any particular goals. I'm just going to try to play in this world as long as possible. Whereas I feel like a lot of people play in Minecraft worlds for like, I don't know, limited periods of time and then they get bored. Or like they try to speed run things. This world is just meant to be played for a really, really long time. I don't do hardcore. To be fair, in this world, I've only died once, and that was to test out something with a mod and keep inventory. So technically, I've never died in this world, so it could have been hardcore. Ironically enough, I'm realizing that I could have played hardcore, but I don't enjoy the pressure of dying already, or like not dying. So you'll never find me play hardcore, or at least not anytime soon. So for me, the fun is just in the fact that I get to slowly play. You almost drowned. Would you mind? No, I don't think I'm going to showcase that, Lena. I don't think I want to drown. Going for cozy. Yes, let's go. That is honestly one of the best things. See, I should probably... I just realized this. Hold on. But yeah, it just means that I plan on playing here for a long time. We're currently at day 485. So, yeah. And we haven't been to the end. We haven't fought the Ender Dragon. We don't have an Elytra. I haven't even finished most of my basic starter builds. As in, I have a lot of things going on. Like, I have a lot of farms and stuff. We have been into the Nether. We've explored a bit. I've, like, started some automated farms and things. So it's not, like, fully starter, but I'm just really taking it slow and enjoying the process of exploring and gathering resources and... I don't know, just having a good time instead of feeling like I need to rush it. Because unfortunately, I think Minecraft can be very prone to feeling like you need to rush things. And I just want to... I have like so many build plans as well for this world. Like so many ideas of things that I could build. Especially since I have... Yeah, that's the thing. As soon as you get used to having an Elytra... It does become hard to play without one. I remember when I was playing on Girly Pop very actively, every single time I logged onto my Forever world, I was actually missing my Elytra. So, I do feel that. But I will eventually get one. Like, we have to fight the Ender Dragon in this world anyways, because that was a charity incentive. So, I'm gonna get one eventually. Oh, wait, I don't think I can go fully around, but we can go. The thing I find hardest is deciding what to build. Is that because you have no inspiration or because you have too much inspiration? Yeah, shulker boxes is one thing that I do kind of feel like would be nice if I'm going to move my storage room. At the same time, I also like the process of just organizing stuff slowly. I haven't fully decided whether I'm going to get shulker boxes before actually moving my stuff into this storage room. I love the approach of taking it slow. I try and feel every time you start a new world. I guess it helps if you're not afraid of things. Sometimes none, sometimes too much. Okay, fair enough. Because that is, I think, my biggest challenge is the fact that I'm like scared of fighting the Ender Dragon to a degree that I've been postponing it, which I think slows me down a lot. But in a way, I guess that's good. Due to all the hectic and massive people. Yes. Oh, that is so fair. I understand why people do it on YouTube because it's like the new meta for Minecraft creators to do big builds. So like I understand that if you're on Minecraft YouTube, you kind of have to. Like in a way, I am falling for it as well because I'm currently doing a 100-day series, which isn't even super big. Like 100 days, you never get to ginormous builds or anything, but you need to record for like the total recording time for a 100-day series is somewhere around 35 hours. And like if you play every single day, it's even longer, but most of the time you do go to sleep in the early days. But because you only have 100 days, you start using your nights as soon as possible. So to get like frame of reference, most people that do a 100-day series is 35 hours of recording. And then they cut that down to like a video of maybe 45 minutes to about an hour. obviously you have to do a lot of resource gathering and like not like in the game, but like outside of the game. You have to figure out what the theme is going to be for your 100-day series. Then you have to find all the mods to work with that. You have to make sure to do all the testing and everything. It's like the preparation for a 100-day series, I would say probably is also another like at least 10 hours. And then you have to do the editing to get from 35 hours down to about like an hour of footage that is engaging to watch, which usually means making time lapses and stuff as well. So I would say there's another at least 30 hours of editing going into that. At that point, you have done 75 hours of work for a video of 1 hour. That's the standard within the Minecraft YouTube space right now. Is like everyone expects that amount of effort into editing, or like the grandeur of your project has to be on that level. Otherwise people are like, oh, that was a boring episode, nothing happened. Even though so much of Minecraft is not really nothing happening, but like it's really slow. I don't know how people do 100 days videos every single week. Like those people just don't do anything else. Oh, Thomas, I love that episode. Literally, I was so, I don't know how to explain it, but like seeing a really big Minecraft creator take an entire episode just to work on a couple of custom trees. Like, and don't get me wrong, those custom trees still took hours, okay? These were ginormous trees, so they still took a lot of work, but instead of doing those huge custom trees somewhere in like a small 5-minute time lapse, as if it was nothing, and actually dedicating an entire episode to it was such a welcome change. Like, I felt very, I don't know, seen as a Minecraft creator by that episode. I really liked it. And the thing is, the only reason she was able to do that because she literally told her audience, it's my birthday this month. I'm traveling to TwitchCon. I'm taking like a break, so I'm not going to do a lot of work. So I'm going to release like one video. That's like a smaller video. Never gotten to the Ender Dragon. I don't want to. That's so fair. You never have to get to the Ender Dragon if you don't want to. It is not mandatory. So you get to do whatever you want or feel comfortable with. Okay, we're gonna do a bunch of these stairs. We're gonna do a bunch of these tough bricks. Then I think I want to do a bunch of smooth ones for some texture here and there. And then I have some smooth stairs as well. There we go. And then I have like a little bit of tough left. I think we're gonna have to get more tough. Right? It was very welcome to see the tutorial on the trees. It also did tempt me to get Lightmatica. Exactly. It's a sandbox game for a reason. You can do what you want. But I think often people forget that, which like I also understand, right? In this Minecraft space, it is so easy to forget that you can do what you want. Also, I should probably get glow lichen to put on top of this roof because I don't want to place any torches here, but I am creating a mob spawner. Just a thought. Yeah. Okay, let's get some glow lichen. I just realized. Should probably do that. Last Friday, Steph and I killed the dragon like 14 times. Oh, to get all the portals? Yeah. See, but that's the thing. I feel like if you are an experienced Minecraft player and you've done the Ender Dragon like multiple times, there's going to be a point where doing it like multiple times over and over again, that's going to be your challenge. Whereas, for example, for me, but also for a lot of other players, the challenge is very much just getting to the Ender Dragon for the first time. And that's one thing that I appreciate about Minecraft is that it actually has a really long lifespan in terms of whether if you're a beginning player, there's so much to do. Obviously, as an experienced player, that does get less over time, but it's still a lot. Like you can still do things that you might have never done before. And I think the same goes for like learning redstone. There's people who've played Minecraft for years and years and years and just simply never touch it because they don't understand how to do it. I died quite a few times. Yeah, I probably will die as well. Although I think if I played smart, I might be able to not die, but I have my fears. I actually did see a really smart trick that I think I'm going to use. I'm going to get a bunch of ender pearls so that when I'm trying to tower up to destroy the, because I can try it with bow and arrow, but I think there might be somewhere I have to tower up to actually get it. Like the pearls on the towers. I think if I'm going to try and tower up and the dragon pushes me off, I'm just going to throw an ender pearl so that I will take less damage instead of like actually falling to my death. I saw someone do that. I was like, that's brilliant. Because that was one of the things that I was worried about. I was like, I probably have to tower up, but chances are the dragon is going to kick me off. But yeah, I'm going to try to do it without dying, which might be potentially a little bit of a stretch because I've never done it before. Well, I've done it once on Girly Pop. Did you see the new Loftia? I have seen it. Yes, Flux. Oh my god, you have no idea how excited I am for Loftia. I can't wait to play that more. Helped me with the dragon the first time. It was very nice. That's really sweet. I think that's adorable. Wait, where did I put my glow lichen? There. Okay, you definitely need bone meal for it. I don't have shears on me. Luckily, I do have a whole bunch of shears. I actually always forget if you can pick up glow lichen with Silk Touch. I did not join you guys on Planty SMP because I wanted to save it for Girly Pop SMP. So excited to get back into that world. I'm also really excited. Oh my god. Hello, sir? I did not invite you here. Rude of him to assume that he was welcome. Also, for anyone checking out the mod pack, I do actually have to fix something in the mod pack. It's on my list for Wednesday afternoon to do it. Because the version of sodium that I have in the mod pack, I believe it was sodium, is out or is like too high to work with Voxy. I added Voxy later, and then I realized that I never adjusted the mod pack properly. So if you are going to download it, just please keep that in mind. Also, I hate that with Voxy, this like blinks so much. But I still want to use it, so. Wait, hold on. Does it not spread? Does it spread to the side? Oh, it spreads to the side. That's why. I think I might switch to mini HUD. Hello? Are you going to allow me to get it? There we go. Just going to get a bunch of glow lichen. I'll just go like this. Hold on. I actually like glow lichen's texture a lot in Mizuno's. Because I actually don't like what it looks like by default in game. I do think it is a lot more visible in Mizuno's than it is. I just realized I actually don't have to put glow lichen on top of this because I'm going to do a row of stairs on top of this. I think I only need to do glow lichen. I'm just realizing this is so dumb. Because mobs cannot spawn on stairs, right? It is so ugly in vanilla. They can't. Okay, so then we're literally only going to have to do glow lichen at the top of the build. I'll pick that up later. Because only at the top do we have non-stair blocks. Only full blocks minus wool, leaves, and glass. Yeah. I knew about the glass. I don't think I knew about the wool, actually. That is definitely good to know. Nah, that's so cute. Also, hi, Taco. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I love that mini Taco is here. Also, I'm realizing this is where the wall is going to go. So I actually don't have to do the inner block for this. That has to be a full block. Hold on. Again, roofing is like kind of breaking my mind. Hold on. We're going to do... Yeah, that's where... No, wrong placement. Yeah, that's correct. Why did that again feel like such brain power was used to actually achieve that. In vanilla, they can spawn. Ah, okay. I already thought, I was like, I feel like I've had mobs spawn on wool, but I started to doubt myself a little bit. But that actually makes a lot of sense. But glass I did know, because I know a lot of people use glass in their nether hubs and stuff to prevent spawning. Don't fall off. I won't fall off, don't worry. I'm holding shift. Like my life depends on it. I can't believe we already ran out. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna need more tough blocks. Like, I already know this because we've literally done this little bit of the roof. I'm just gonna wait for the sun to rise. Yeah, the roof connecting there I think is gonna make sense. But yeah, I think I like that color combo. And then I am gonna texture this with like certain smooth blocks, because right now all of it is brick, but like I have the smooth polished tough, which I think we can already do that for a little bit, I think. Why, Ro? I meant to like switch them out. Like, let me just have a little look-see. Waiting for... Hi, Sentinor. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh. Oh my god, Ro. Really? Okay, let's do two next to each other here. Go to the trial. Yes. Surely a trial chamber for tough is definitely the best place. No, I luckily I have strip mines, so I can just go in there to find a nice tough vein, and then just get it from there. I think that will be fine. I think I will be good. You've had better days. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I do like how that looks. That does break up the texture like a little bit, especially if we do it on the bottom row as well. So I think this is good. We can place one here. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just enough to like break the pattern a little bit, because the pattern of just bricks can be a little rough. As Demon Slayer, so I spent 2 weeks building a statue of one of her. Aw, that's really sweet of you. That is really, really sweet. I hope she likes it. But I'm sure she will. I mean, like, the fact that you went through all of that and that you took the time to do that is incredibly kind, so I'm sure that she'll love it. Also, hi, Haley. Welcome in. It's good to see you. So I heard I didn't just Pavlov. Oh, no. You Pavloved me into it as well. Very much. I simply couldn't resist. Okay, I think I like that. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. So I guess we're just gonna do a little mining session then. Okay. Do we think I can survive it? And then I just did it. Imagine if I had died. Oh my goodness, rearranging your entire bedroom. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of work. But it also sounds like worth it. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, thank you. I'm very happy with how the doorway turned out, actually. Okay, I just want to make sure that I pick up all the tough blocks and stuff and, like, put away stuff in my chest. I think there's one outside. Oh, no, there's one up there somewhere. Well, okay, I can lose that one. That's really cool, Taco. Oh my god, that's actually a really cool idea. Okay, let's just dump everything in our chest here that we don't need. And then I guess we're just gonna go. I should probably take some torches. I think I might have some torches in my ender chest. I do. Don't we love to see it? The render distance? Yeah, that's Voxy. That is all thanks to Voxy. This would not be possible in vanilla Minecraft. Even if you turn up the render distance to the maximum, this is not possible in vanilla Minecraft. But Voxy is incredible. Like, genuinely kind of mind-boggled by how good that mod is. The unfortunate thing is if you do use Voxy, you are limited in what kind of shaders you can use. But I don't mind because I'm using a shader that I like anyways that does work with Voxy. Actually, hold on. I shouldn't go here. I should go to my mines. I know I have some more tuff in my storage room, but I already know that's not going to be enough. I'm going to need more, so. Oh, yeah, 24 chunks. I actually don't know what my active render distance is right now. Hold on. 12 chunks. I have 12 chunks actually rendered. Voxy does the rest. It's basically not actually rendering it. It's using a very low pixelated version of the blocks to render in the distance. So as you can see, this is where I mined out something before, which was probably granite. That's where I can go to an amethyst. Here we have some more. Okay, look, we have a bunch of tuff here, which I think I actually mined out already. Yeah, I guess I took some here. We can just continue here. Let's go. 100 chunks render distance. My PC would go to space. Even my new PC, even though it would be called Artemis, I don't want her to go to space. I want her to stay nice and safe in my room. I can't wait for my new PC to arrive. Although it's going to be so hard when she gets here that I won't be able to actually set her up until until I'm back from ELSWHERE. To space? Thomas is like, I was summoned? Also, I think we're going to have to find another tuff vein after this because I don't think this one is going to be enough. Like, even though this is going to be quite a lot, I still think we're going to need more. But we'll see. We'll see. ELSWHERE, yeah. I go... Well, I wouldn't say I go every single year, but that's not entirely true. I have skipped a couple of years where the lineup was shit. But are you going as well, or potentially, maybe? Ooh, that's a good question, Jess. I would say a graphics card is... I mean, just in general in gaming, but at the same time, I think a CPU. And especially the combination between the two. Like, if you have a super good graphics card, but a potato CPU, which is your processor, you're still not going to be able to do a lot. But if you have, like, a really good processor and, like, a potato graphics card, you're also not going to get very far. So, it's like, they do need to work together. I think RAM can play into it as well. But I think with render distance, it's more the other two. Okay, did I get everything? Yes, I did get everything on that side. Let's do the bottom at the end so that I can actually reach the ceiling still. Oh, a couple of friends work there. Nice. Let's go. I've always thought that that was such a cool job, like working at ELSWHERE. It must be really hard work though, because there's so many people. Like, there's 90,000 visitors a day. It is a lot of people in a small place. Well, it's actually not even a small place. If you look at the entire festival train of ELSWHERE, it's ginormous, but... But yeah, it is... I can imagine it being nice. Like, if you already live in that area, I know a lot of people that live around that area will just work there. It's like a nice way to get access to all the concerts. Even if you're running the bar, like, you can still catch the concert, right? Exactly. They get to go to free concerts during their break. And also I wonder, like, if you work there, do you have to work every single day? I've been trying to learn at least the basics of how PC works since I got mine because I don't want to be dependent. Oh, that's super fair. And also PC issues and, like, just in general, like, PCs are even after years of creating content and actively trying to learn about them, I still sometimes I'm like confused by certain things. I think ironically enough, you learn the most about PCs once you have PC issues. Which obviously sucks. Like, I don't wish that on anyone, but PC issues are a great way to try and figure out how PCs work. Are comparable in performance because most of the time there's no single answer to what component. Exactly. They do have to, like, work together. Oh, oops. I just accidentally mined some deep slate there. Okay, we can take out this wall as well. We're just gonna dig into our tunnel a little bit, I think, but that's fine. I made this mine so that I can, like, we're gonna make a mining outpost there where we actually have, like, a nice entrance to this. But I don't mind if this part of the world gets really ugly and it's just, like, all dug out, because that's kind of the point of the mines, right? So at this point, I'm like, I'm just gonna partially open it up, I guess. There we go. Done that in the past 4 weeks. Yeah, and it sucks. It's like a very effective way to learn about PCs, but it's not a fun way to learn about PCs. I remember, so this is something, I've talked about it before on stream, but when I got the PC that I have right now, initially everything was fine. And then after a while, I started to get really strange issues where my PC would restart. In the middle of a stream, it would just restart itself out of nowhere. And I had no idea what was happening. It was genuinely one of the most frustrating things I've ever had to deal with, because just, like, not just during streams, just in the middle of the day as well, but it happened mostly during streams, which led us to initially believe that the CPU was overloading or that's, like, something was going wrong. And I was, like, desperately trying to fix it. I had my dad come over to check my PC. We looked at all the Windows log files. I did, not even joking, like 4 or 5 months of digging into this issue. After all this time, there is, like, I don't even exactly remember what we talked about, but my dad stumbles upon a video on YouTube that exactly describes my problem. Yes, months. It was months. It was so stressful. At that time, this wasn't my job yet. So, like, I wasn't as stressed because I was like, okay, you know, worst come to worst, I can't stream for a while and we'll have to figure it out. That was, in a way, like, nice to know. But at the same time, it is very stressful if your PC doesn't work. But yeah, he found a video. He got it, like, recommended to him. And it was a creator who described exactly the problem that I was having. Because what would happen was that I would hear the sound of, like, you know, when you connect a USB device to your computer or disconnect a USB device from your computer, there's, like, a little sound that plays. I heard that sound consistently before my PC shut off. So to me, it sounded like my USB devices were disconnecting and reconnecting, and then my PC would shut off. So I was super confused, but that was a clue that we had, and my dad used it to search. And then at one point, I think he searched enough that the internet and the cookies magically were like, this video is for you. He watched it, and this creator literally described exactly that problem. He would hear all of his USB devices disconnect, or, like, he would see them disconnect, like a Stream Deck or something, and then his PC would restart. So what happened was that in your motherboard, there is something called a USB service bus, which is basically, it's literally like, you can see it as a bus line. It is the thing on your motherboard that transports the information from your incoming USB devices to the places in your computer that need to process them. That can be your graphics card. For example, a Stream Deck has, like, little displays in it, so that goes to the graphics card. But the input from a Stream Deck goes to your motherboard and your processor. Then certain devices also, like a Stream Deck, again, can, like, execute things, so it needs a little bit of RAM and stuff like that. So your service bus basically consolidates all that information and sends it to the right places in your computer. If you have too many USB devices connected to your computer, which is extremely rare that happens, because most people don't have a crazy amount of USB devices that all transfer a lot of data into your computer, your service bus can overload. Originally, like years ago, what would happen is that you would blue screen. If your service bus overloads, your PC just blue screens. However, blue screening for computers is not that great, so Windows built in a failsafe, which means that if your service bus overloads, your computer restarts. It literally just like reboots itself to prevent a blue screen, which is also why I occasionally did get a blue screen if it failed to actually restart itself. So I had like 2 blue screens, and I would say months of PCs just randomly restarting before we saw this video. And the guy said, you know what the fix is? To get a really small PCIe USB thing that you plug into your motherboard directly that has its own service bus, so that basically your motherboard gets a second processor for USB input. This was a $20 fix. It cost me $20. I got a bunch of additional USB ports, and now I just split up my devices, so I have certain devices going into the service bus of my motherboard, and certain ones go into the service bus of the separate, like, processor thingy that's just plugged into my PC. $20. I was afraid at that point that I was going to have to buy a new PC, that I was going to have to ship it off and not be able to work for months. Like, I was already in contact with the builder of my PC. Like, can you take a look at it? Can I send it to you? What's going wrong? I have never had any issues since. No blue screens, no PC restarts. It was simply just my PC being overloaded. My PC had ADHD for a couple of months. And this was the med. This was the medicine. It was insane how easy the fix was. Installing it was one of the most easy things I've ever done. It was literally like bloop, plugging it into my PC, screwing it into the back of my PC, and I was done. And ever since, not have had any issues. So genuinely, for anyone, if you're a creator and you have a lot of USB devices connected to your computer, which, I mean, would actually make a lot of sense. In my case, it was a microphone, it was a camera, it was a webcam, it was a capture card, it was, you know, like a wired keyboard, like, you know, just all your typical things plus all the content creator things, which already caused issues. Also, thank you for the uptime reminder. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna put the wall back here because I do think it looks a little bit ugly if there's no wall here. And again, I don't mind it being ugly, but like, it is a little bit nicer if, you know, going on the stairway doesn't actually look horrible. There we go. Closed it off. 12, forgot the mic and camera. Yeah, it's a lot. Sometimes I have 10 devices connected. Yeah, it can go up quite a lot. Also, thank you so much for the self-care check. I appreciate it. And thank you for that follow just now. Welcome in. But yeah, if I count my wireless devices, like including my mouse and my keyboard, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think lights 12. I think also somewhere around 12 or 13. And I have actually cut it down. I used to have more. No, it's not on my website yet, Flux, because I don't have it yet. And I don't want to spread any misinformation if people ask about my current PC that I'm playing on right now. I will update it as soon as I've installed my new PC, which will be the first week of June. But I can tell you about the specs if you have any particular questions, because most of them I know by heart. Also, we do have ads coming in about 1.5 minutes. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. But I see some more tuff here on the ceiling that I want to take. The study segment went well. It was good. I did take a break in between, though. It wasn't on this particular stream that I did co-working. I always do that on a separate stream. Okay, actually, we might have enough tuff just from this. Like, we got... Let's see, hold on. You guys are so lucky I muted. That was a really loud sneeze. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 full stacks of tuff. I think we should be okay. I think we should be fine, actually. The storage room is going well. I'm actually working on the ceiling of the storage room, and I ran out of materials. So now I have to get back. I'm just realizing, is it daytime? No, it's nighttime when we get out here. That's fine. That's totally cool. I can do that. Oh, there's a creeper right outside. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. You know what? I'll fix that later. I like how weirdly the creepers wiggle with my mod pack. I'm also realizing that I kind of want knockback on my sword. Which means that we're going to have to do another villager trading situation at one point. Also, the ads are starting soon. I'm just going to walk into my storage room so that we're safe. But yeah, as you can see, I'm putting on the roof. But I ran out of tuff, so I needed to go get some more. Yeah, literally that's what the creeper looked like. Anyways, the ads are starting. So I'll talk to you guys in about 5 minutes. Make sure to stretch and hydrate and take a little breaky, all those good things. And then I'll see you guys in a teeny tiny bit. Hello? Not 2 resubs coming in. What the heck? Ellen, thank you so much for the 47 months at tier 2 as well. That's absolutely bonkers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then Katie coming in with the 29 months. Both of you, please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. It is good to see both of you. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Charlotte. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Okay. We were working on the roof. And I needed more tough blocks. But specifically stairs. And earlier I got these ones. So let's get those again. Let's see. We can probably do... No, hold on. I need to go there. Half a stack for the smooth ones. And then another half stack for the smooth blocks. And then we need our glow lichen as well. Because we're going to have to put that on the roof. I am doing pretty good, yes. Oh, I forgot my scaffolding again. Also, I just went to the bathroom, and you know what I saw in my bathroom, which reminded me of something that I haven't told you guys, but it's actually kind of crazy. On Sunday morning... Hex! Thank you so much for the 18-month resub. That is another Twitch baby. Let's freaking go. Oh, I've had this so many times. You are definitely not the first one. I've definitely done this as well. It sucks when that happens. But thank you so much for the resub. I hope you enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. And thank you for kicking off a hype train with that as well. But yeah, I woke up Sunday morning to a broken freezer. Not really broken, but like it didn't close anymore because there was so much ice on the inside of my freezer that the drawers didn't close properly anymore. And because the drawers didn't close properly anymore, the door couldn't close properly anymore, which obviously for a freezer is not very functional. So we had to basically like losbicka. How do you translate that? Good luck on translating it. Orb, thank you so much for the brand new sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month. Thank you so much for wanting to subscribe. But yeah, basically we had to like remove all the ice from the freezer. So we used like a wooden spoon to just whack it and try to get it loose. It was terrible. It took really long. And it was a lot of effort. And I was very frustrated. Luckily, we did do it because that meant we didn't have to actually throw out any of the stuff that we had in our freezer. You know how much ice we got out of it? An entire bucket full of ice. Like, it was filled to the brim. It was so much. Like, I've done this before, and like the last time we had like half a bucket. It was a crazy amount of ice that came out of it. Like a full cleaning bucket, like one of those big ones. Not like a cutesy tiny one, like a big bucket. So yeah, go figure that we couldn't close the freezer anymore. But the annoying part was that one of the drawers was stuck behind some of the ice. And like there was no way for us to remove the ice with the drawer in place, nor was there a way to remove the drawer with the ice in place. So we could either completely defrost the freezer, meaning that anything that we had both in our fridge and our freezer would get lost. We would have to throw it out. I eventually just ended up pulling the drawer like really hard, which did break off part of the drawer. Like some of the plastic broke, but like the drawer is still functional. It's just like, you know, when you have those little pins that your drawer sort of like sticks behind so that when you pull it out, you can't fully pull out the drawer without like sort of lifting it. that part of the plastic broke off because we couldn't lift it. So I basically just had to break the drawer to get it out. But we had so much shit in our freezer and in our fridge. I was like, I don't want to throw it out. I'd much rather break a little bit of plastic, which again, didn't like fully break the freezer or anything. Like it's still very functional. It's just now you can pull out the drawer without having to lift it. If you don't have a half broken freezer drawer, you haven't lifted. That is true. I'll agree with that just for the sake of the fact that I broke mine this weekend. Also, holy shit, we're gonna need so much tough. I think I'm slowly realizing that maybe I do in fact not have enough with what we just mined. I might have to go find another tough vein later. This is genuinely a ginormous build. I'm not mad about it though. I mean, I think what doesn't help in the use of stairs is the fact that I'm also doing them on the inside, but obviously I want to make an attic for this build. So I think maybe it's actually kind of good that I'm immediately doing the inside of the roof as well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Just part of normal adult experience. Exactly. Breaking your freezer. But yeah, that was not a great way to wake up on Sunday. Like, I was planning to watch the last episode of the Bridgerton season I was watching, and then all of a sudden I had to go deal. Okay, I had to go deal with that stuff. I wasn't excited about that. And it took a lot of time. Also, thank you guys so much for the hype train. I appreciate it. Trying to figure out a 100-day project. I've settled on writing a micro story every day. The theme is writing for a fictional pantheon. Ooh, interesting. Is it 100-day series for Minecraft or something else? Okay, let's make an... I mean, we might as well make a lot more because we're gonna need a lot more. I mean, this is still not gonna be enough, which is actually low-key ridiculous, but yeah. This is gonna get us started, so that's good. Today we opened the fridge freezer combo and a light was off, and then we realized it wasn't cooling as well. We instantly moved everything from the freezer to freezer part to the bigger freezer. Then I found out during a quick clean, I accidentally hit the knob and turned it off. Oh no. Which season are you at? I just watched the season from Colin and Penelope, so I just have the final season left now. And I did watch Queen Charlotte as well. So yeah, I'm almost caught up. Finally. Also, we're gonna have such a big attic here, by the way. The knob in the fridge at work is taped shut. I haven't asked for the story yet. Probably something similar to this. Wouldn't be surprised. Yes, of course, of course. Enjoy your lurkey. Hi, Tub Tub. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Hold on. I didn't mean to break that many. There we go. And now I can break it because I'm going to have to build there. I absolutely cried at the end of Queen Charlotte. Hell yeah. It was so sad. Also, I have so much more respect for both Lady Danbury and Queen Charlotte now. Like, it was such a good backstory to those characters. The indoor roof looks very nice. Very worth it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy that you think that. Also, hold on. Let me switch these two around. I mean, we're never going to see this on the outside, but obviously we're going to see it on the inside. So I want to make sure that I do, in fact, add a little bit of randomization to this. With the blocks, like some texturing here and there. I might actually switch out this middle row, by the way, for tough as well, because I think on the inside it will look better if all of it is tough instead of having that middle line. Also, with the fact that we'll have a big attic here as well, I think just solidifies the feeling that I already had about this storage room gonna be like really long term, because I think that allows us to do even more like bulk storage for things. Oh. Ah, shit, it still fell. I was hoping that I would actually stay. Yeah, she went through crazy things. Like both of them. Absolutely wild. Will you keep practicing MCC things? I will probably occasionally still play. But because I don't assume to participate in MCC anytime soon again, I don't know. I would like have to ask Scott, I guess, if he would be okay. Like, I don't know if that's a thing you can just ask to do. Like, I don't know how that works if you want to like participate in the regular MCC. I think it would be good for my skills. Because you never know. Maybe I get to participate again next year at TwitchCon Berlin. I haven't actually thought about that, but I'll definitely continue to play occasionally. I think it would be really fun to do like with the community. And also I know that I have a couple of friends of mine who already asked if we could do like a lobby at one point just for funsies together. Okay, let's, oh God. Okay, this is very spawnable. Sorry for the flickering, by the way. I know it's horrible, but it's me. I'm the friend. I mean, you have asked. That is very true. But also like other people who've played in MCC with me, or people that are like Minecrafters, like streamers that want to play together. Like Amber has asked, for example. It's crazy how the King Cygnus can be treated now. I know, right? If you think about it, like obviously I'm aware, like time like matters a lot, right? But it's still crazy to me. Like how much of a difference that makes. The light overlay. Oh my God. Girly Pop was such a... That feels like so long ago. Also, the new season of Girly Pop is almost starting. And I'm like in the Discord. Obviously, I'm not going to leave because I want to stay updated with like a potential next season or something. And I'm like so sad I'm not joining. I know it's the right choice. Like I've said this so many times. I actively know it's the right choice that I'm not joining. Because I know that I just want to have a little bit of time for my own projects. And like I have exciting things for myself of things that I like either want to return to or finally want to like actually have time to play. And I'm like, I know it's going to be good. But for now, it's just like, what do you mean? I'm not going to be part of the season. Oh my God, I don't have that in my inventory anymore. I don't want to make it like that. I want to go to the stonecutter because I think that I actually get to make a whole lot more. So stonecutter is generally more efficient for blocks. But yeah, it is a weird thought to like not participate at all. And I'm probably gonna get half FOMO like whenever the season actually starts. I think it is a good thing I am on my break when the season starts. So like I'm not live streaming while everyone is like on the start of Girly Pop. Because I think then I would have really big FOMO. But again, like I can always join a later season. So it's not like I'm banned forever or anything. But still. Just one of those things where I have to accept my own choices. But I'm really curious to see what everyone's going to do. And also what this season of Girly Pop is like going to look like. Because I know the theme already. I don't think it's public yet. But as the winner of the last season, we got to pick the theme. So that's why I know it. And also, I know that they're going to like organize it slightly differently than past season. So I'm just curious to see how all that's going to go. Oh my God, Mim Bim. Let's freaking go. Yes, of course, Leia. Good luck, good luck. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and the thing is, like, so I've thought about this for like the past couple of days and like weeks and stuff. I also like I love to play Minecraft, as you guys know, right? And we have the forever world. And then on YouTube, I hopefully will be able to create like some Minecraft content as well. Like for example, right now the 100-day series that I'm working on. But like I would love to also collaborate with other Minecrafters than just Girly Pop. And Girly Pop is obviously like it's a big commitment. It's like a 3-month project that I wouldn't want to commit to and then just like never show up. But I feel like with not joining Girly Pop, it's going to give me some space to like also have time available to work with other creators and like do other things and like smaller projects, not like a full server, but maybe like a one-off collaboration or something. It will be on the website, but I don't think it's public yet. Sorry, who is on the next season? They usually announce it when they announce the teams, and I don't think those have been announced yet. So maybe one of your Insta followers. Listen, I would not complain about that. I mean, I would not. I would be very, very down to do that. If you're talking about who I think you're talking about. Okay, we're actually getting somewhere with this roof, which I know I feel like we have only done roofing this stream so far. But the roof is like genuinely one of those things that like takes a lot of time. Of course, Jen. I mean, we can collab sometime in Minecraft as well. I wouldn't exactly know for what, but you never know. I know that I heard something about a really cool build event on the Planty SMP server. So, you know, for anyone who wants to do some building, we do actually have a server for our community, which is ran by Thomas. And there is going to be a very exciting build competition, which is going to be summer themed. And you can find all the information in our Discord if you want to join. Everyone is welcome to play on the SMP as long as you behave like a normal person. Otherwise, we do moderate the SMP. Like, everyone's welcome, but if you show any behavior that's weird, we will kick you off. But generally speaking, like, it's not a subscriber-only server or anything. And yeah, if you want to play, just join the Discord. That's gonna ban... No. You guys are all using your common sense, right? Like, that's the most important. As long as you use common sense, you're welcome. Bim Bim! Hello? What the heck? Thank you so much for doing a giveaway for anyone hanging out here. If you guys want to have a chance to win the Self-Care Sexy Desk Mat, which, if you want to see what it looks like, hold on. I have to move my stuff out of the way really quickly. That's this one. It's a little bit light on camera, but in real life, the colors are a bit brighter. Well, if you want to have a chance to win that one, you can type !enter. The winner will be automatically picked in 3 minutes. Please make sure to keep an eye on chat because it will be announced in chat. And once the winner is announced, you will have to actually redeem your prize. But thank you so much, Mim Bim. That is literally above and beyond. What the heck? Thank you so much for wanting to, you know, gift that to someone in chat. That is really, really, really sweet. And yeah, let's keep an eye on chat to see who's gonna win that one. Okay, we are definitely running out of tough. I'm quickly gonna run back to my storage room because I know that I have, I think, like 3 stacks. Also, hi, Abu. It's good to see you. I love you too. Narwhals swimming in the ocean. Not on Minecraft, sorry. Thank you. I forgot to switch back. Thank you, thank you. I love the sunrise with my shaders. It's so pretty. So pretty, all the colors. Let's give it to the community. I will get some stickers and a desk mat later. That's really, really, really kind. Genuinely. Like, that is above and beyond. What the heck? Oh, wait. This is crap. Did I actually take everything? Oh my god. I might have to go more tough mining, I think. Okay, you guys ready? Do I still have some... Okay, I have 15 left. That should be fine. I really didn't think we would have to go do that again so soon. I got an entire vein earlier. Oh, also, let's not forget that we have a creeper hole right now. Hold on. While we're here, I shall also quickly fix that. I think that's a creeper hole too. Maybe I have more than one to fix. Let me just grab some dirt here. No one will see that. Felipe, congratulations for winning. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Feel free to redeem that with the link that was just posted in chat. And again, thank you so much, Mimbim, for hosting that giveaway. That is really, really kind. And Felipe, I hope you enjoy your new desk mat. But you literally joined just in time. That's like the perfect timing. You joined and you won. Like the bot was like, okay, sure. I hear you want to enter this giveaway. I gotcha. Oh. Well, I guess we can just smoothen out the terrain here a little bit anyways. Like, eventually, obviously, we're going to actually build something here. So then we're going to have to smooth out the terrain, but... Like, properly smoothing it out, I mean. Okay, let's see if we can find another tough vein somewhere. Luckily, tough veins are, like, really common. Especially if you go, like, into deep slate level. So we're probably going to find one quite quickly again. But yeah. Look, I think we have another one right here. I just think that this one is right above a cave. Oh, we have it's literally right next to... Okay. Well, I guess we're just hollowing out the stairs here. Also, I saw that we already have 60 downloads on Oprah GX. I just wanted to say thank you guys for supporting the stream by downloading Oprah. That is really, really kind. I just saw the timer go off. If you haven't done that yet and you still want to do so, I'm sponsored by Oprah GX for the entire month. And I get paid for every download. So if you enjoy my content and you actually want to support it, all you have to do is download it and install it. You can just do it to check it out. Like, even if you don't plan on switching browsers right now, you can just download it to check it out to make sure that, you know, you get a little sneak peek at Oprah GX. And then, like I said, I get paid per new user on PC. And if we get to 150 downloads, I even get a little bonus. And we're currently at 60 downloads. So we are actually very well on our way to the 150, considering that I've had the sponsorship for like 7 days, for a whole week. So yeah, if you want to help out, feel free to do that. But for everyone who's already downloaded, thank you so much for wanting to do that. I appreciate that a ton. Stuff like that really does help me create the content that I do and do this, you know, as my job. So yeah, feel free to support it if you want. Also, hi Veldar, it's really good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Okay, I think after this one we should have enough, right? Right? It's low-key crazy how much stuff we're using on that single roof. Like, it's a little bit surprising to me. I didn't anticipate to use this much. Like, we had 8 stacks, and then I grabbed, I think, 5 for my storage room. So there's like 13 stacks. And we're not done yet. You use weights that you shouldn't have done, and now your elbows hurt. Oh no, that sucks. I hope you recover soon. Or like your body recovers soon from overdoing it. I think we've all been there with sports or workouts where we're like a little too enthusiastic and then we do just a tad too much. I definitely know that I've been there. Sometimes in Pilates class, I'm like, I'm so strong. And the next day I'm like, I was in fact not so strong. It's like always the next day I'm like, oh, lol. I guess I overestimated myself just a little bit. But I also sometimes have like a Pilates session where I'm like, I'm going to be so sore tomorrow. There is no way that I'm going to get out of bed. Like everything's going to hurt. And then the next day I'm like, oh, actually, I'm fine. So I also don't really know. Just sometimes my body is like a mystery to me, right? And sometimes also I feel like a session was really easy. I'm like, oh, that was not that bad. I survived that. And then the next day. Oh, yeah, the second day is the worst. Oh, I hate that. Especially when you wake up on the first day and you already have a muscle ache that's so bad. And then you just know that day two is going to be worse. I hate that feeling. Exactly. Exactly. Give me some of the pain, something for the pain and let me die. Yep, I feel that. Also, hi, Riri. Welcome in. It's really good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Okay, see, now the good thing is, now that we take out this entire vein, we will have more tough than we actually need, but that also means that we don't immediately need to go tough mining the next time I want to use tough in any of my builds. Because, ironically enough, tough is actually one of my favorite blocks. I used to hate it. When I started playing Minecraft in the beginning, I did not like this block at all. And then I saw someone on YouTube building with it a ton, and I realized... You know what? This is actually a really... Ooh, nice. I'll take that. Thank you very much. I'll take some lapis. But then I realized, you know what? This is actually a really pretty block. I shall use that a bit more. So yeah, now I'm one of those people that loves to build with tough, but the problem is I now always run out of it. Because some resources you get, like, supernaturally, right? Like, deep slate, I have so much of at this point because I do... sorry, the strip mining things. But, like, tough is one of those things I do actively have to go mine. Okay, I think... Yeah, we should have enough now. Right, all blocks have their place to shine. Although, there are certain blocks that have more place to shine than others. Like, there's definitely blocks that I very rarely use. Oh, same. If there was a farm for tough, I would 100% build it as well. Yeah, I agree with you there. Oh, glazed terracotta. I feel like I would love to use glazed terracotta at some point, actually. But mostly because I don't think I've ever properly used it. But it can be really pretty. But I think when we build our magic library, maybe that's going to be our moment. And also, I call it a magic library. It's just going to be a pretty build. I don't think it's necessarily going to be, like, super magical because that wouldn't really fit into this world all that much. Okay, so we're going to get a whole bunch more of these. I think I'll do a couple more. I think with this, hold on. Let's do one more stack. And then let's actually put all of our spare tough in here for now. I have so many junk chests already just from building this. Okay, I think with this, I should be able to finish the build. That is true. I really want to find one of those iron ore veins at one point, actually. Because I've never found one. That is probably because I never go caving. So yeah, there's like a reason why I've never found one. But I'd like to find one someday. I just don't like to go caving for it. We got that one done. I found one and it's empty now. Yeah. That's the thing. When you find one, you do have to mine it out. Because it'll give you so much iron. The thing is, I also don't really feel the need to go do that anymore because I have an iron farm. That's like one of the first things I built in this world because I was like, I never want to run out of iron or have the feeling like I need to go caving for iron. I want to have infinite iron. And then I did, and now I have infinite iron and infinite poppies. But it's been really good for trading. So I'm not complaining too much. Like, I've mostly been using my iron for trading with villagers, ironically. Okay, we're almost there. Thank God. Ironically, I see what you did there. But once I have an... Exactly, Aurora. Like, it is very useful if you find one early game. Like, then you're just, like, set. I put my pickaxe in the chest. I just realized this. Hold on. No, please don't say sorry. That was a really good joke. I can't believe I accidentally put that in the chest. That's very silly. Oh, I was like, why can I not go up? But I was just stuck under a block. Oh, and then we're going to have to fix the walls. And then the roof is done. Which is... And then we can do some detailing on the outside. Because this build desperately needs some details. Because that's the one thing that I don't like just yet. Is, this build right now, on like certain angles, looks really bare. But that's like the trust the process kind of phase in Minecraft, where you just have to be okay with the ugly phase. And this build is getting less and less ugly. Also, Nookie, let's go. Oh, shit. I was hoping that I would make that, but I didn't. That's fine. Hello. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Okay. Let's actually get our scaffolding. Some of it, yeah, it went up there. How was the storage room? Well, we're still working on it. We just finished the roof, which I think it has been a pretty big task. I am gonna need stripped dark oak, and then oak planks and oak. What is that again? Is it just wood? Yeah, oak wood. Okay, stripped oak wood. I love it when I use blocks that are like impossible to get. Oh, but I still have a lot of stripped oak logs, so that's good. I can make more wood with that. And then, do I have more dark oak? I have one stack. Okay, that's good. That is a start. I can put all of my tuff away. I don't need the glow lichen. I do need my lanterns because we're gonna have to put in lanterns up there because it's getting really dark. And also, I kind of need oak planks, I think. Which I also don't have a lot of, but we're gonna have to make a ceiling. Ideally, I would make the ceiling out of slabs, but that just makes it really hard to add anything to the ceiling. I might still do it, though, just to save some wood. But then the thing is, we can't hang anything from the ceiling here. But I think that's okay. I've solved that downstairs as well by just adding some sort of like a beam structure, and that worked out really nicely. So we can do that up here as well. That also adds a visual interest to the ceiling, so maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe I can just go for that. Let's get this one. Oh, shit. That's not in the right place, Ro. I just realized that. Nope. Okay, that's one. There's probably a better way to do this. But I am being stubborn and I'm doing it my way. There we go. We're definitely going to have to add windows on here as well. Because I think the ceiling does need to have some windows. Am I gonna? I think I am gonna. Great English row. Am I gonna? I think I am gonna. That was absolutely clear, right? You guys understood perfectly what I wanted to do with that. No! I accidentally pressed Q. That is the saddest thing ever. The way that it just slid right off the edge and fell down. The first thing, yeah. So the thing is, I don't think I've had an issue with this in a really long time. But I have really long nails right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was actually low-key kind of funny. The comedic timing of it slowly falling off the side of the building. Littering is a sin. I very much litter just now. Can we see your nails? Yes. They're very simple. I had a wedding celebrate, or not wedding, but party on Friday, and I just gave them a purple glitter. But like, they're quite long. I'm very proud of them. They're my real nails, so that was quite an achievement. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of those now. That's good. I also need oak planks. Do I still have any oak planks? Ironically enough, I don't, so we're gonna have to make those. Okay, that's maybe a little bit more oak planks than I needed. I always fuck that up. Every single time. Okay, just gonna go like that. Then there we need that same thing. Hold on, I need oak planks here. Oh, hold on. Am I placing these right? I placed them horizontally. That means that I'm gonna have to do that here as well. Because otherwise you're gonna have like an ugly lining on the planks, and I don't like that. We're gonna have to remove that one as well. And then I think we're gonna have to do something similar with that one there. Hold on. From here, I can go up. Bye, Axe! Thank you. Thank you for clipping it. That is a good clip. I like it. Here, again, is probably a better way to do what I'm doing right now, but... Okay. I do kind of want to see what that looks like on the outside. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. I like that a lot. I like how that kind of like falls into the roof neatly. And on the inside, that works too. That like connects very, very properly. And then we can do, I guess no window here, but we can do like a bigger window here. Ooh, we have some good time left. Let's go. I'm making good progress. But I guess that just means that I get to remove all of these because that's what I just did now as well. Okay. Nice. Oh, I just realized that in both occasions, I have actually skipped a plank. Okay, we're going to add a plank right there. Right there. Otherwise, we have... It's too identical, and I don't like that. I don't have any more strip. Okay. We're going to have to go to our tree farm to get some oak as well. Oops. Because I definitely need more. Because I have enough oak planks. Oh, wait. Actually, I have more oak logs. Okay, so I just need to strip these then. Also, thank you guys so much for cheering me on. I appreciate it. We're just going to do a little strip. I was going to say we're doing a little stripping session, but maybe I should specify that we're talking about wood here. Maybe that would be better. Because I'm not stripping. I'm stripping the wood. Okay, let's just do all of this. I think we're gonna need it. Because we still need to do the other side as well. And you need 4 to create the stripped log. Or like the wood log. So I've actually heard a lot of Minecrafters talk about this. And I never really understood why. But I think I'm starting to understand why. Because I don't build with a lot of different wood types. And especially I don't build with a lot of different wood textures very often. But what I really desperately need is a woodcutter. Again, I've heard people talk about this. And initially I never really understood it. But the fact that you first have to strip it. Then go to a crafting table. Then put 4 blocks. Like, it feels very... I don't know. Inefficient. And with the stonecutter, they cut out this process and like made it a whole lot better by literally adding the stonecutter. Tedious, yes, that's the right word. That's what I was looking for. And I have actually, like, initially I was like, why would we need a woodcutter? Like, it's not that bad. And now I'm doing this and like, no, actually it is a tedious process. And I think a woodcutter would be really nice, actually. Like, I'm starting to see why people have requested this. Okay, let's see if... Ooh, I didn't mean to. I think that window's good there. We can add, like, a nice planter box. Yeah, that looks good. The only thing that I'm doubting is we currently don't have any line on the outside to mark that this is going to be a top floor. Obviously, on the outside here, we have, like... the diagonal line sort of identifying that split. But I think we're going to have to do something. Because right now, this is like, we're going to add those lines back here as well, right? Like, it's going to go like that. But we're going to need something. Or maybe we can do another type of lining back here because we obviously don't have a door. But we're going to need some dimension. And I think we're going to need a similar dimension back here. Because right now, this feels like too flat. But that's detailing. We can get to that later. There we go. I was like, at this point, I don't know where my scaffolding tower ends. And then I'm gonna add in a floor before I add in lighting. That might be the biggest mistake of my life, but I'm gonna do it anyways. because I need to see if the flooring on this height is going to be, if that feels good, if that feels natural. Or if I feel like it's too high or too low if I place it here, because that would be right at the edge. So I think for the look of the interior, that's just going to look the best. I do think that that actually still gives quite a high ceiling to the top floor. So I think it's going to be okay. There's a data pack from Vanilla Sweets which adds strip bark off wood and logs to the stone cutter. Oh, that's actually a really good shout. I might actually add that to this mod pack. I need to update it anyways, so... Because that's like one of those quality of life mods that it just makes sense to have. As long as we don't have a woodcutter, we might as well, you know? And that also feels like a relatively vanilla way of doing it without adding like an actual woodcutter that adds like a whole bunch of additional gameplay to it. Hello, Noah. Hello, hello. How was your stream? How was Pokemons today? I should stop calling it Pokemons probably. I don't know where I picked that up, but thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? I hope you're doing so well. For anyone from my side, if you're not following Noah yet, go fix that right now. Absolutely wonderful creator. Such a lovely person. Plays a lot of Pokemon. Actually knows literally everything about Pokemon. I have, like, literally everything. I was going to say I have ever heard, but no. You know way more than I have ever heard about Pokemon. For anyone who's new, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And on the channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And today we are working on my storage room build, which is a ginormous build because oh my god, another wandering trader. Dude, do you not see what happens to your llamas when they visit? It's dangerous territory. Anyways, and I'm currently trying to, we actually worked on the roof today, which needed a ridiculous amount of tough. And now I'm trying to add in a floor, and Gal just asked if it's going to be a full floor. I don't know yet. Maybe we can keep it a half floor actually, because we don't need the storage space that much anyways. I kind of like the idea of it only being half. Stream was fun. Had lots of silly moments with an oops all Taurus deck named BS. See, I wish I understood that, but I don't know enough about Pokemon. But I'm happy to hear that you had fun, and we love silly moments on stream. Those are always the best. And again, thank you so much for bringing your community over. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, please make sure to do so as well. Obviously, you're very welcome to hang out here for a bit more as well, but no pressure. Okay, hold on. Let's actually do the strip dark oak before I turn all of that into slabs. And I want to punch my own face again for forgetting that I actually needed to fix this here beforehand. Okay, I went a little too high there. Okay, let's create our entire walkway. There we go. We need all of these gone. There we go. Same here. Oh, I already... See, there I actually left it out because I anticipated this, and then I just proceeded to forget to do that on any of the other ones. Also, I'm starting to debate if I actually... I think I said it, right? I said that if you need to go raid and run or raid or rest. Now I'm like, did I say that out loud or did I just think it in my head? Oh. Well, apparently I'm also thinking other things in my head and not actually applying them. How did I even do that? Pretty sure you said it. Okay, thank you. I genuinely started to doubt myself there. I was like, did I? Did I not? I don't remember. It's weird when your brain does that to you. Like it genuinely starts lying to you. Like, you didn't say it just yet. How could you forget? And then I'm like, did I forget? Really? Oop. But yeah, just as a repeater, that goes for anyone, by the way. If you're hanging out here make sure to practice self-care. If that means that you need to get some hydration, or if you need to go and step away from the screen, if you have to use the bathroom, don't forget to do that as well. If you need to go to sleep, also very important. You know, all the good things. Make sure to practice self-care because like we always say here, self-care is very sexy. There we go. Got that one done. Also, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh no. Well, welcome back. Well, see, that's a good reminder then. I was literally just repeating the fact that self-care is sexy because I forgot if I had already said that out loud. But apparently you might have missed the first time because your PC was being weird. Oops. So, Noah, if you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, anything, please make sure to do so. Obviously, you're very welcome here. But also no pressure. Okay, it is nighttime. I potentially might be creating a mob spawn nest here now. And I also need more oak. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go sleep and then we're going to actually go to my tree farm because I think I planted a whole bunch of oak trees recently. Just wondering if I missed anything. Well, you missed me saying self-care is sexy, but then you made it back for it. So now we're all good. Sorry, I don't know why, but I'm really sniffly all of a sudden. Hold on, I feel like I need to sneeze. Nope. Just itchy. Okay, let's go chop some oak trees. And probably dark oak would be wise as well to just grow a couple and get them. Oh, yes. Oh my god, I would love to see it. Feel free to post it in the Discord. I love it when people do like gardening. And also homegrown strawberries can get so sweet. I grew them when I was young and loved them. Haven't done it in a long time. I tried to grow strawberries on my balcony, but they didn't really take. As in I had one strawberry plant that like seemed to do really well. And then it grew like 3 strawberries and then it just died. It was like, no, I'm not really feeling this today. So then I gave up. Also, I love the tree harvester. Oh, oops. The tree harvester mod. Like for moments like this is exactly why I have it. When I'm like in a building flow and I just cannot be bothered with chopping like 5 million trees to continue building. Like I just want to get my wood and continue building. Like I don't want to, waste all my time. Whereas if I'm adventuring out, like I don't mind actually chopping the whole tree. Oh, I love that, Lena. That's like peak cottagecore. Your grandma having strawberries in the garden. That is so nice. Okay, let's actually pick up all these saplings and then bam. That's how you get some dark oak. It's very satisfying to chop the big trees. The thing is that I also really like is that it does actually take the durability out of your tools as if you were to chop the entire tree. So it's just time saving. Like it's not actually taking away from like saving tools durability or anything. I was like, is that a bee's nest? But no, that's just my composter. That is still going through the poppies, by the way, because I think this area doesn't load. Yeah. That's insane. This is only the poppies from our iron farm. Look at how much bone meal we're getting from that. Yay, let's go. I mean, what are you going to be playing? Okay, so I have a little... Okay, I have, like, plenty of dark oak, so that's perfect. We need that for the flooring. But I think I have enough oak to continue my build. But I might just stay here a little longer to chop some more trees. Also, so that the bone mealificator can actually work through all of those poppies. Because like I said, when I'm not in this area, it's just out of sight of the chunk. So like it unloads. So I might as well just do some more tree chopping while we're here. And just get some more resources. So the next time we're here, we don't run out as fast. Also, I'm just noticing there is a lot of pink tulips here. I actually would like to use these on my storage room. In like the planter boxes, I think the pink tulips would look really pretty with the color scheme that we picked. Because the color scheme is like super neutral. So I think the pink would really pop. So let me just get these here. Because this is also a lot of pink tulips all together. You've got Pokopia for your birthday last weekend, and now you've not been able to do anything else. You're so locked in. I can imagine. I still eventually want to get Pokopia as well, but like obviously I need to get a whole Switch 2 for it, which I have recently prioritized other expenses over it. Like for example, today getting a PO box. Like I mean, I wasn't joking when I said that is expensive. It's like $350. To be fair, it does get cheaper. It is like the first time is more expensive because you need to sign up for it, and like they have a sign up fee of $50, which you only pay the first time, and then after that it's cheaper. So then after that it's only $300, but like $300 a year. It's not like a one-time thing. 300, like that's in 2 years. That buys me like I got a PO box, yeah, because recently, I had a couple of situations where I realized it would have actually been super useful to have a PO box. One of them is if you guys ever want to send me something. Oh my God, $300 a month. I would have never gotten one for $300 a month. I would have been, you know what? Never mind. No PO box for me. But yeah, no. For one is you guys can send me stuff if you want, like no pressure. But I've had the question before where people were like, oh, I would love to send you a card, or like I would love to send you like a drawing or like something. And then I was like, yeah, I can't. Like, it's not possible. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is whenever I work with brands right now, like for big packages, like for example, my new PC, I want that delivered to my house just to make sure, you know, that it doesn't get lost or anything. And also that I don't have to carry it home. But like I've recently been getting more and more smaller packages from brands. And I personally don't feel super comfortable with the fact that my address is getting sent to all of those people. Like it is a bit nicer to know that only really big brands that I work with know my home address, also from invoices. But like the average person that wants to send me something, I can just stay a little bit more anonymous. And next to that, I've also realized that whenever I send out things, also thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Whenever I send out things to you guys, like when I do giveaways and stuff like that, right now I can't add a return address because that would mean that people would see my address. Also, very often when you ship, especially internationally, you have to give up your own address and it will be on the shipping label. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want that. I actually know for my invoices, it needs my business address. You can also not put your business on a PO box, which is unfortunate. But yeah, invoices would be that just needs your business information. Which also, I mean, I could technically take off my address, but with my business name, you can still find my, like, you can find my official registration, which has my address. So for any, like, also just in general, with any company that I send invoices, there's usually a contract, which usually means, you know, confidentiality. There's like an agreement of data processing, stuff like that. I send that to like Fractal and Elgato and stuff. Like I trust those people with my official information because those are companies. If they leak it, if they don't treat it well, I would be concerned. But like obviously I would prefer to not, you know, if like a random brand goes like, "Oh, we would like to send you something." I would prefer that not to be sent to my home address, but like to a PO box. Speaking of, I should actually show you guys something that got sent to me recently, which is really cool. I've been meaning to show it to you guys, but I keep getting distracted. Or actually, my ADHD keeps ADHDing. So while we wait for some trees to grow here, let me actually quickly grab it. It's really cool. So I already posted about it on my Instagram story, but they actually sent me an additional 2 books. There's this company called Retro Game Books, and they make books about retro games. It's kind of in the name. And they sent me 3 books. They sent me 2 paperbacks. One is called From Pixels to Prose, which is a book about what you can learn about storytelling through video games, which I think is actually really cool, specifically considering that we do so much storytelling here on the channel. I'm actually curious to read this. The second one is I Am Not Good, The History of Cheating in Video Games, another paperback, which also I'm like kind of intrigued about because, I don't know, cheating has such a negative connotation now, but like back in the day, a lot of cheating was literally just to debug things or like to play the game in a different way. So I'm curious to see like the timeline of cheating. And then we have the big boy, which is very pretty. It's the 3rd volume in a series. It's called Game Maps, Video Game Maps, and this is the SNES edition. And it's like an entire book that has like game maps and like entire like stories and just like a lot of stuff, information, background information and stuff about like original game maps. And honestly, like flicking through this book already, like I haven't had the time to like properly read it in depth yet, but so many game maps that you see in here are so recognizable for games we play still today. But isn't this cool? Isn't it such a beautiful book? And like this is volume 3, so there's 2 more volumes of this. But I love this concept as well because artwork in games and like specifically map design and stuff is such an intriguing thing to me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, they sent it to me, which was really, really kind. And I'm very excited to like properly have time when I have a break. Like when I have my break later, I'm very excited to properly have time to like dive into these books and read them. But I also tagged them in my story. They are on Instagram. They're called Retro Gaming Books on Instagram as well. Or Retro Game Books. Sorry, not gaming. Okay, so this area is actually not mob-proofed. So let's go to sleep. Put it straight on your wish list. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Yes, Emma. Please go get some rest. That definitely sounds like you need it if your alarm is going to go 6 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. That's very early. Okay, I'm going to just chop the trees that have grown here right now, and then we're going to go back to building. But this is like a good... Oop. We just get a whole bunch of trees and like a whole bunch of wood now, which means, again, we're not going to run out anytime soon when we go back, which I think is actually really nice. I might as well just get the spruce trees as well. We might as well just get all the wood. Oh, I think my inventory is full. I can hold that. Then I can pick up all of this. I think I can probably put away some of my saplings into my chest here. Again, then I can pick up the rest there. Studying game designs, you've never seen these? Well, let's go. I love that you actually got to know them now. Especially if you studied game design, then it's like extra interesting, right? Also, I love how I said I'm just gonna chop every tree that is like grown. But obviously, as we're here, more trees are growing. So this potentially is a bad idea. Okay, this is gonna be my last one. Because I think my inventory is also full after this. Yeah, I can literally pick up the saplings, put them in the sapling chest, and then pick up that wood. But we are definitely running out of space. So I think that's my cue to go back. Oh, already full again. Okay. Well, I can get rid of my apples. I don't really need the apples anyways. That is so much bone meal. That's perfect. I love it. That's great for when we like ever really have to grow trees or anything with more rush than we did now. But we just got a lot of wood I should probably put some in my storage room because I don't think I need all of it now. And it's just going to be in my way, cluttering my inventory if I'm trying to build. So let's put some of it back here now that we are paddling past my storage room anyways. My current storage room. Because we are very much changing it, of course. That is spruce. Okay. Spruce. 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 We got a lot of dark oak, actually. Hold on, that's more spruce. I think we're gonna need dark oak. We're gonna have to take that with us. Let's put all the sticks here. I will put the flowers in here for now. Because I will go and gather, like, all of the materials I need for the details later. Okay, I will take the oak. And then I'm gonna need... Let's take 3 stacks just to be sure. Because, again, I don't know if I want to do the entire floor. I might actually not. I think it's a pretty cute idea. Also, we need more food. Let's actually just put this in here. Yes, of course. Thank you so much for hanging out, Gal. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time zone. And good night if you're going to go to sleep now. You know how I said, maybe we can finish the storage room today. Yeah. I don't think so. Also, I don't actually like how this is sitting right below that line. I think I'm going to have to raise this up. Which is fine. We can totally do that. We'll just add like an additional shelf here and like move everything up by 1. We're just going to have to do that later. Hi, Nymphleura. Welcome in. How are you doing today? It is good to see you. Wishful thinking. Yeah, it's like stuff like this always takes so much longer than I anticipate. And like actually with thinking about that, I am thinking, okay, so I have a couple of things that I'm thinking, which doesn't usually happen that I'm thinking multiple things, but I am thinking multiple things. And I would love to hear you guys' input on this. If we're gonna continue the storage room, there's gonna come a point where we are going to have to put in all the chests to actually move all of our stuff. And something that would be helpful with that is having shulker boxes. Obviously, one can only obtain shulker boxes by fighting the Ender Dragon, freeing the end, and then getting an elytra. So I have been thinking to switch gears a little bit after like the main build of the storage room is done. Maybe that's the time we go fight the Ender Dragon to get some shulker boxes. Maybe? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I have a feeling like Jess is very excited for this. Maybe. Can I share a tip for fighting shulkers? I mean, I've done it before. But you're more than welcome to share a tip for fighting shulkers. I've only done it once, but... To be fair, I think I'll just get an elytra first. Before I fight any shulkers, I will get an elytra so that if I start to float or if I fall or anything, I can just fly. What makes you think that? No clue, actually. It's just like a feeling that I have. Okay, let's actually put all of the oak. Oh my god, I need more chests. It's going to be a storage room anyways, so I might as well just add them, right? It's fine. Let's do half a stack. Let's turn that into slabs. That is a lot of slabs, but that's okay. Why did I put those away? That's really silly. I meant to put all of that away. Looting and a lot of food. Oh, yeah. So that's the thing. I currently don't have golden carrots because I don't have a villager that trades it yet. But we can probably get that. Like, we can do that in preparation of going to the end. But I already have looting, so that should be good. I have looting 3 on my sword. So I think that will be okay. Again, I think I'll prioritize getting a Elytra over getting shulkers. And then I will probably try to fly up onto the roof of one of the shulker box towers, and then I will fight them from above so that if I start to float, 1, I can fly. 2, I'll be able to like basically not get stuck and just fly away for a little bit so that I can regenerate my health. And I will use my bow and arrow. Although bow and arrow obviously doesn't have looting, but it is a lot safer, which is also fine. Like, the thing is, because this is a forever world, I also don't mind getting like a couple of shulker boxes and then at one point just going back and getting some more. There's like no timeline for this world anyways. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do a full ceiling here. That's not the right place. Bow and arrow bounces off. Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, you can only shoot them if they're open. But I don't mind. I'm not in a rush. So I don't mind if it bounces off sometimes and not everything's going to be perfect. I have infinity on my bow anyway, so. Let's double check because I think... Oh, these are slabs, so mobs cannot spawn up here. I forgot about that. I mean, I still want to make sure that it's not... Oh, I also cannot place anything. Wait. I cannot place anything on here. Hold on. I just realized I placed the slabs in a way that I can actually put things here, which is very convenient for the ceiling here, but that is very inconvenient for the space up here. The upside is that nothing can spawn here. I guess that's great. But then I think I'll definitely not make it a full floor. Because if we cannot, like, the way I set this up, this is a slab. So I cannot put anything on top of this. So I think then maybe we can just keep it decorative. Oh, Aurora, you have no idea. I would love to be able to place 2 types of slabs on top of each other. This is like one of those features I have genuinely wanted for such a long time. Yeah, that's the thing. Once you have an Elytra, it is so much easier to raid end cities. That is very, very true. So that's like I said, I'm definitely going to prioritize getting an Elytra. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Hold on. I want to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's not perfectly spaced out. How much is it here? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be there, because then there it's evenly spaced out. Oh my god, I cannot place slabs there. Thank you for the uptime reminder. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I would probably bring an Unbreaking 3 book and an anvil. Ooh, wait. Not me falling here again. That's so dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if I move that one by 1, they're perfectly spaced out. Bring a happy ghast. That's what you did, which honestly is actually kind of smart. But then we need to go get a happy ghast, which is a next problem. I currently don't have one. And you need to get it and then grow it up in the end, right? Otherwise, you can't take it there. Yes, a crafting table and wood for making shulkers. And also for making trapdoors to get into the end portal thing. Okay, at least we have some light up here now. I think I'll just add some light here as well. I kind of want to remove the torches. I think it is time to end the torch spam. I'll just turn on the light overlay. I know it flickers. I'm so sorry for that. I know it's annoying. Okay, I'll just place those in the corners for now. Okay, we definitely need something here. I'll just place one for now. It's not great, but then I know like where they are supposed to go. I think I might do like a little cutesy table here in the middle. Yes, snowballs. But I don't think I want to do the happy gas thing. As in, I think it's really fun, but considering I've never done the end by myself, I kind of want to do it like not the right way is not the right way to say it, because obviously the happy gas is like a fine way to do it, but like the traditional way. Again, I don't know if that's making any sense, but also, did I actually go to halfway? I don't think I did. Yes. Also, guys, I appreciate you guys giving me tips, but like, I am aware of how to do this. I know I haven't done it before, but one, I've watched a million people do it, and two, I have done it on Girly Pop. I just have never done it by myself. But like, I do know how to do it. I need to go until that window. So it's gonna be okay. As in, I was really nervous the first time I did it on Girly Pop, but now I feel much more confident. I went, man. Well, I mean, it's not just you. So I don't blame you. And also, I get it. Like, everyone's just, like, being helpful and, you know, trying to share their tips. But sometimes when you guys do that, it makes me feel like I'm really incompetent in playing Minecraft, even though I know all these things. Like, I know it. And then I just feel like you guys are explaining it to me because you assume that I don't know it, which makes me feel really dumb. Which I know that is not your intention. I know you guys are just trying to help out. But that's what it does. It makes me feel like you guys think I'm dumb in Minecraft. Which again, I know is not the intention, but that's what happens with my brain. Okay, hold on. I'm still not sure if I like the half floor. No, I know that wasn't your intention. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, I know that you guys don't mean to do that. That's why I'm also saying, like, this is, I know that it's not a personal thing. That's just what happens with my brain. Okay, I don't know if I like the half floor. I think I might just want to close it off. And if we ever do need the space, what we could always do is actually change out all of this. Either add a layer of slabs on top of it. That would change the color of the ceiling, though. This is what the combined texture looks like. I've actually done it here in a couple of spots so I can see where the pillars are. like these pillars downstairs. Basically, I did so I can see it. It gives like a little bit of contrast. I actually like it in the floor up here. But I think I might want to do the whole ceiling. I don't like the half ceiling. I don't think it looks good. And then, like I said, we can always, if we ever need that space, like if we ever run into an issue of storage, but the thing is, once we have shulkers, we can also do bulk storage and shulkers partially. But I just feel like we can always reverse engineer it and either change it to full blocks or add like a second pair of slabs on top of it so it becomes full blocks. And then we can build on it. But I think for now, it will just look better if this is closed off. It'll just like make this entire space on the upstairs feel cozier. Because I actually really like the cozy vibes of the warm wood here. And I feel like the big open ceiling is kind of ruining those cozy vibes a little bit. This is making you want to play Minecraft. Oh my god, do it. Oh, I ran out of slabs. That was fast. One of the upsides is that I can actually put this one on the ceiling here then. There we go. Which looks a lot better. But let's go get some more slabs. I mean, we haven't finished the build. We've actually made a lot of progress. Like, the roofing actually took a lot of time, but the fact that we got it done is making me really happy. Because that means that the next time that we work on this, we actually get to work on details and interior. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this build in terms of details and interior. Like, I want to make sure that the outside looks nice. I want to make sure that we have, like, basically everything ready to move in. And then I think I'm going to prep for fighting the Ender Dragon. We're going to fight the Ender Dragon. We're going to get shulker boxes. And then I'm going to move in here, actually. Oh my god, bro. But I do think that moving all of my storage... Probably if it was both on land, I would have just done it by foot. But considering that we're going to have to take the boat back and forth every single time I want to move stuff, I think I'm going to thank myself if I do that with shulker boxes. Because it's going to allow me to take so much more stuff back and forth so much more easily. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. What is the recipe for a slab? I don't think... Oh, it's 3. I think that should be enough to finish what we're working with. But yeah, I think that means we're going to have one more stream of building on the Forever World. And then we're going to do... I might, like, prep things. If I have the time that week, I might prep things, like, offline. Like, prep everything we need to go travel there. And then, I mean, I would be fine with taking steaks instead of golden carrots, to be fair. But maybe I can get a trade unlocked for golden carrots and do some trading. But I think then we're going to do an Ender Dragon fight stream. And, like, an end stream. In a 5 minute in the covers. Okay, hold on. I'm going to change the layout of the things so that I don't have to have that one in the middle because it feels a little awkward. Oh, I hate how that's not evenly spaced out. That's horrible. And we still have... Oh my god. Okay. Now it should be evenly spaced out. And then I think if I move that one by one as well. We also covered everything. I still have to have one on the ceiling here, which is infuriating. It's fine. Once we do the interior, that's going to change anyways. I'll probably, like, just like we did downstairs, I'm going to have to move them because we're going to add chests and stuff. So I think we're going to need it anyways. It's going to be fine. That was annoyingly close, I know. But yeah, we basically finished the main structure of the building today. As you can see, we definitely have a lot of detailing to do. Like, I think I might actually, now that I know where that floor is, I might change that to a horizontal beam because I think that will like split up the build a little bit more. We're gonna move this up by 1 so it actually connects that line. We can do something very similar on the back. We can make sure that there's like some detail here. We can make sure that there's a horizontal line here. We're going to add planter boxes with the pink tulips. I think that's going to look really nice. We're not going to do it on every single window. We're going to add a bunch of detailing here. Like we've done over here with the nice sort of pillars. We can do something very similar over here where the roof kind of connects so that we have an overhang. I might actually add the planter boxes only on this side. Or so, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but basically we're going to spend some time detailing. And then for the interior, to be fair, I actually think that the upstairs is going to be very similar to the downstairs. With these sort of like modules where where we will be able to add chests. A lot more detailing to do, something more detailed than whatever you've done. Okay, but that's fair, but it's going to get a lot more detailed, I promise. But yeah, I do think that this build is going to look really nice once it's done. And then when we have like the basic storage modules all in here and we have everything ready to move in, then we're actually going to do and prep for the end fight so that we can get shulkers. I think it's time. I think that means that we're probably going to like do the end fight around like somewhere close to day 500. Like if we do one more stream detailing and then if I prep offline, we're probably going to go to the end and stuff like that on around day 500, which I feel like is a really nice moment to do that. A pyramid, a cobblestone castle, or an underground base. So that is super fair. That is fair though. I get that. But yeah. That was the stream for today. I think I'm going to wrap it up there because also tomorrow we have co-working and gaming. And obviously I streamed yesterday evening. So, and I'm streaming Wednesday. So I'm basically from Sunday to Friday, I'm streaming every single day. So I want to make sure that I don't overdo it on like Monday already. So I think with that, I'm going to save my game and I am going to find us someone to raid. I'm going to see who all is live. I hope you had a good time hanging out and playing some Minecraft. I very much enjoyed it. I am going to see who is live right now. Ooh, I have an idea where we can go. Do you guys, because she's actually streaming on her English account, which is nice. Do you guys want to go say hi to my MCC teamie? She's currently playing on Lifesteal World, which is the SMP I talked about yesterday where people are like one of the things is that the goal is that you steal each other's life. This one is not hardcore, but it's very much like, I think you have a limited amount of lives. But yeah, she is streaming in English and, she's really nice. I know you guys are gonna like her. It's not Lifesteal, it's Lifesteal World, which is like a spin-off from the Lifesteal SMP. Yeah, she is on it and she's playing with a bunch of creators. And yeah, she's really nice. And I would love to introduce you guys to her. I mean, you guys met her already a little bit on MCC, of course, because you could hear her voice. She is the one who wrote the 9,000 word long Bible for MCC with like all of our instructions and team strats. She's an absolute queen. So yeah, we're gonna go send her some love. Also, thank you so much, Esther, for putting all of that in chat. If you guys are hanging out here, feel free to join our Discord. That's where you can find my schedule in time zone friendly ways, where you can find all the information on our community SMP, and where you can hang out with the community outside of stream hours. You can also check out my socials. I'm mostly active on Instagram, or you can actually join my YouTube channel where you can find all of my cozy gaming videos. I am currently working on a big Minecraft video, so if you're into Minecraft, you might want to follow along. I'm working on my MCC VOD, and I'm working on a 100-day series. So there's actually lots of good content coming that way for Minecraft as well. If you want to check out any of my prior gaming VODs, including all the streams from my Forever World, you can do so on my VODs channel. And of course, you can always check out the shop, the merch, and Oprah GX, which is the sponsor of this month, if you want to support my streams as well. For every download for Oprah, I get paid. So if you want to support my content, that's the easiest way to do so. And yeah, if we reach 150, we currently have 60 users. If we reach 150, I will also get a bonus. So many reasons for you to potentially want to help me out. But we're gonna go say hi to May. We do have a special rigged message for Pride Month. If you want to copy pasta it when we're gonna go over to May, feel free to do that. We have ones with emojis if you're not subbed to the channel, and then we have channel emotes for the ones that are subbed to the channel. And I'm gonna set up that raid once we're on the end screen. But thank you all so much for being here, and I'll catch you guys later, aka tomorrow. I'll be live again tomorrow with co-working and gaming. Bye bye.